Draft Digital Data Protection Rules 2025. Data localization, parental verification weigh most on tech industry's minds. During a IT ministry organized consultation with the tech industry Tuesday on the recently released draft data protection rules, a few concerns stood out. Apprehensions over data localization, consent verification and behavioral tracking of children, and worries over cross border data flows to foreign jurisdictions. The consultation that went on for over 2 hours saw representation from tech companies such as Meta, Google, Microsoft, Snap, and a myriad of industry lobby groups and consultancies which represent them. It was chaired by IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnav and IT Secretary S. Krishnan. At the meeting, the government assured the industry of holding extensive consultations with the industry and giving ample time to submit comments. Some industry bodies are learned to have expressed reservations around potential data localization requirements that could be imposed on significant data fiduciaries under the draft Digital Personal Data Protection Rules 2025. Data localization has been a bugbear for the tech industry for several years now, and the data protection rules envision the creation of a government appointed committee which would recommend the classes of data and traffic patterns pertaining to them which would not be able to be exported from India. This requirement has only been proposed for the significant data fiduciaries, which will be determined on the basis of the volume and sensitivity of personal data they process, and the risk they might have on sovereignty and integrity of India, electoral democracy, security, and public order. All major tech companies, including Meta, Google, Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon, are expected to be classified as significant data fiduciaries. However, the government has clarified that the committee has been proposed to create a central body which works with other ministries and sectoral regulators to effectively implement local storage of data without causing any disruptions to the industry. The government appointed committee which will act as central body which will collate requests from all of the sectoral regulators and ministries which see the need for certain data to be localized. Based on that, the committee will first hold industry consultations and then come up with its recommendations, Vaishnav had earlier told this paper. Some participants also raised concerns about obtaining verifiable parental consent for allowing children, those below the age of 18, from accessing online services and how the digital architecture around it could be reliably operationalized. A few participants highlighted that bigger companies with access to information on more people might have a competitive advantage in implementing this provision, with smaller firms facing a bigger challenge. Concerns were also raised around children potentially falsifying their age while signing up for platforms and limiting content for children who may not have tech literate parents.